Could your secret username and password be online right now for sale? A dark web deep dive by cybersecurity startup nWeb has found nearly 200,000 active logins, including passwords linked to New Zealand organisations and companies for sale right now on the dark web. And a study by credit reporting company Experian earlier this year found the going rate for private data on the dark web pretty penny. Costs about $8 for a hacked Gmail account, between $33 and $42 for a hacked social media account, $83 for a passport details, $250 will get you a driver's license apparently, and a crypto account with details will set you back up to $4,500. Joining us now is Paul Spain, Gorilla Tech CEO. Paul, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
I actually am surprised by some of these numbers. I would have thought you'd get a bit more. $8 for a Gmail account, there's a lot that goes in there.
You can also buy them in bulk, so you can buy these by the million, by the boatload, and those can then be fired sort of automatically at systems to try and break in. So I think this is a wake-up call for probably most organisations that, hey, there's a pretty good chance that some of the usernames and passwords from your team members in every organisation are probably out there publicly and can be used in some form, whether it's getting into your business systems, getting into government, healthcare systems and so on. These passwords are out there.
And it's 200,000 that we know about linked to Kiwi businesses and accounts. How are they getting to the dark web?
Through a range of sort of breaches and hacks that have happened over the years. So these things are going on all the time. Passwords are getting exposed. Then they're taking these passwords and maybe checking them against more modern systems. So if we look back, we've probably over a period of years all been told never use the same password in multiple places.
Yes.
Use multi-factor. There's a whole lot of sort of standard advice. Use password managers. But we're unfortunately, as humans, not perfect at these things. We know what we should do, but we don't. So, these have got out there through these password leaks, and then people are continuing to use the same passwords.
Is it possible to have your password leaked if you're using multi-factor authentication?
It is, and there are mechanisms to get around multi-factor authentication as well. And so this is where it gets complex. Like the passwords are one part of the picture, but there are so many aspects to cybersecurity, and that's why it's important that businesses are keeping a really close watch on what they've got. So they're working closely with a cybersecurity firm or a really switched on IT firm that understands cybersecurity. They're getting cyber audits done or IT audits that go into detail around cybersecurity, and then they're staying on top of them on a monthly basis. They're looking at exactly what they need to do to keep closing down the risks.
So this is for companies who obviously have a lot of money to spend on this kind of stuff. If I'm just an individual with a Gmail account or whatever, are they going to target me, just me personally? And if you're an individual with a two-factor authentication and you change your passwords regularly, whatever, should you be okay? Or
well, the problem is most of us aren't consistent. So if I asked you if every single system you log into, is it set up for two-factor or multi-factor authentication? I'm picking there's probably one or more things that you log into where either that's not possible, you don't log into it very often, and some variation of that. So there will be systems. Your password is probably out there on the web in some form. Hopefully that's an old one and you no longer use it. The trick is, we've got to have unique passwords for every system we use. We've got to have that multi-factor authentication turned on across the board. But even when you do that, there are other mechanisms that can be used, which is why getting those audits done is actually really, really critical to understand the broader landscape. Because when we have a chat like this, we're just looking at one small area of cybersecurity and data privacy, and there are dozens more things that need to be looked at on an ongoing basis.
It just makes you want to stay off the internet, really, doesn't it? And not tell it anything about you. That would be the safest way to keep your data private, wouldn't it?
Good luck with that, Ryan.
Hey, thanks for coming on this morning. Good to see you as always, Paul. Paul Spain. The iPhone, they have a password thing where you've got all of your passwords stored. And I've always thought, this seems like a dumb idea when all of your passwords are in one place and it takes just one code to get to them all. Is that dumb?
Look, it's much better to be using a password manager as long as you're keeping it under good lock and key than trying to remember your passwords or repeat passwords. So anyone that's watching this and is still using the same password in more than one place, you have been warned. Now is your time to go and fix that and to change those passwords.
All right, understood. Paul, thank you. Off to the internet to change everything. Paul Spain, Gorilla Tech CEO, with us this morning talking about those stolen passwords. 200,000 apparently available, at least that we know about on the dark web.